Yo, yo, yo. Is anybody on here? Is there anybody out there? Oh, wow, there's 4. Wow, you guys must be really fucking bored. You guys must be bored out of your minds like I am. Jeez, what are we doing? There's nothing to do today. I almost started trading shit coins. The highlight of my day is going to be taking my dog to get his nails clipped. Who's out here? AS. V33, Maximus. Oh, Stoner with a boner. Eddie. Marcine. Trying to leech off of YouTube today. Isaac. Oh, nice, bro. Very cool. Tim Morgan. Yeah. It's still guessing though, Tim. Mr. Fafo. Costi. Yeah, no, I don't have a single tattoo, bro. What up, Newts? Darrell's outside. Yeah, he's blowing the leaves around. He's just using blowing the leaves around as an excuse to catch me violating the improper risk management rule, A Millie, what's good? Too bad the market's closed today. Mr. Fafo, I think I said what up to you, but what up again? Stock Tiger, what's up? JC Trades, Twan On, Konija, Brandon, one up. Life with 12 Dogs, Martin Suarez. We got 2 Maximuses here. What up? V33. I've just been watching videos all day, yeah. Trending World, what up? Zayback. Yeah, dude, I just found out what happened with Pine Tree like 40 minutes ago. It's fucking really unfortunate, man. So, yeah, big prayers out to him. Really sorry if obviously he's not on right now, but he's definitely in my thoughts and prayers for sure. Without a doubt. Fucking awful. Anyway, Keegan, Desmond, Tukey, Benny, Death. I don't want to. He posted it. I don't want to talk about it because it's just awful. Someone very important to him took their own life. Let's just put it that way. He said his life partner of 15 years. So, really fucking crazy. Crazy. It just makes you really take inventory of what you really should be, what you have and what you should be grateful for what you have. And that you got to wake up today. And think, when you think you have it bad, just remember, there's a saying I remember hearing a long time ago, guys. Yeah, really fucked up. Yeah, I really didn't want to talk about it on the stream. But everybody's like, what happened? What happened? What happened? That's kind of some personal shit. He obviously put it out there so people know, but, it's kind of still personal, But, I say, I heard this saying like 20-something years ago, and it stuck with me, and I never forgot it. There's a saying, like, if we're all in a room together right now, let's say we were all in a room together in person, and someone was in the front, like a teacher, let's say, or just someone running the room, and they handed out a piece of paper and a pen, and they said, write down all your problems, fold it up, and pass it to the front of the room. Then the fucking guy running the room or the lady running the room puts all the problems in a hat, shuffles the shit up, and then hands out all the problems to everybody in the room. You end up with someone else's problems, I guarantee you will want yours back so fucking bad. Guaranteed. I bet money on it. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. What up, Eric J, Keegan Murphy, Trevor LeConte, what's up, man? Smashed he smashed the broken heart button. Josh Strategist, Marcy, yeah, it's just awful, man. Next Trade, Lou, Findy James, JC Trades, X Show, Pandal, Telling you, you guys would all want your problems back. You know? The VWAP. What up? Who did I miss? Did I get everybody? Did I get everybody? I think so. I hope so. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's fucking awful, man. It's fucking awful. Martin Suarez. Lena. What's up? Big shout out to Lena. Lena suggested the other day, what was that, during my whip stream? Twan what up? Sean McBride, what's good? Desmond. Benny. So I've had this, and a lot of people is dealing with this as well. I've had this Take Profit Trader account that I passed. I passed the test account on April 9th. It was officially passed. Pushed it over the target, got my 5 days in. Never moved over to the activation tabs or anything like that. Let me turn my screen sharing on. Never flipped. It's just been sitting there for a while since NAM. You know, here we are on the 7th. It was the 16th, I think, when I was talking about it. It was a week, and it still never went over. I felt like it was never going to go over. And I know other people felt the same way because that's just what's happening with some people. Some people are getting their accounts right away. They pass. The next morning, the shit's ready to be activated, all that stuff, right? And then other people were like me, where their accounts is, for whatever reason, there's something wrong with the system, and it's not being pushed to the next place where it's supposed to go. So she said she had suggested, because she tried it herself. She said, I had the same situation. What I did was I flipped again, even though I didn't need to. I just did another flip day. And she said that she got it, you know, then she was able to activate it after the trading day, you know, the next trading day. So it worked for her. So let me try it. So I decided to try it. I decided to try it yesterday. I traded the account. I got, you know, a quick flip day in. And let me show you what happened. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Well, I got to get through all. Don't mind any of this stuff. Well, there's part of it, but let me show you the first part. I flipped it. I did the flip yesterday, and then where is it? Here it is. It moved over from test to pass test. This was the account 1112. It moved over, and then this morning it was ready to be activated. Let me just find that. Let me do this. This morning it was ready to be activated, and I had my credit. You know, the free credit. There it is, same account. So it works. So if you've been sitting there for a while with an account that's been passed for days, and you're like, why hasn't this pushed to the pass department? Why haven't I been able to activate it? Just get another flip day in, and then you should be good. It triggers the automation or something. It triggers some sort of automation that wasn't working, I guess, because it just couldn't handle all of the volume of people, you know, getting accounts and passing accounts because of the crazy promotion they were running. So it definitely works. So big shout out to Lena. Thank you again for bringing it up. I wish I would have thought of it myself. I was like, why didn't I think of it myself? But I don't care. That's what the community is all about. We have a great community that we're growing here. We put out good vibes, and the good vibes come back. You know, that's why I'm very protective of it. And so when fucking piece of shit losers come in here and they're assholes, that's why I give them no respect. I kick them the fuck out, and I tell them to go fuck themselves. So anyway, no, not going to name names. Yeah, that piece of shit yesterday comes in with creates it, you know, the 200th account just to come in and fucking heckle me and uses my name as the profile name. It's like, what are you, a fucking asshole? What the fuck's the matter with you? Like my actual name, piece of shit. What a fucking loser. What up, Rock Driller, Coach HID, Cube, Ralph Grunts, Hard Hat. Let me see some good crypto trades. Crankberry. Yeah, Hard Hat. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of both, but anyone, I don't know what, like it was a week long backlog. Yeah, he probably fucking knows like the diameter of my asshole too. Brandon. Yeah, but you know what? Like, you know, my name slipped, and people who I've sent accounts to, you know, people who I've sent money to for free accounts and whatnot, obviously know my name, but I'm not going to be out here fucking broadcasting. Maybe I want to keep it private. I got kids. I got a wife. I don't want to have to beat the fuck out of someone that shows up at my house, or worse, shoot them. You know, because they want to start some problems with me. Oh, Rick, yeah. That's why I changed him right quick. If it wasn't him, it was someone else. But yeah, exactly, bro. That's why as soon as that happens, I've done that so many times. I'm like, I used to just end the stream, but what I do is I'll just go right away and start changing them one after the other. But yeah, it's just weird. But anyway, fuck that clown and fuck anybody else who wants to be a fucking clown too. That's what, back to the whole, this community, you put out good vibes, right? I feel like I'm operating at I could be better, but I feel like I'm operating at somewhat a high vibration. And then that type of shit is very low vibration. That's why they don't vibe with me. Get it? That's why they don't belong here. K-Spec. So that's that. So yeah, it was pretty cool that I could finally activate this account. So if anybody else is dealing with the same thing and you've been waiting for days and days and days, try it. Just get a flip day in. You don't even have to make money. Just make sure you don't fuck yourself and unpass the account. Do it real quick. Just open and close the trade. Maybe don't do it on the NQ. Try it on something else that doesn't move as much, like crude or something, Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Alfred. It's just weird. And it's just weird, bro. And they try to they say shit in the chat, trying to turn people against me. Everybody knows. No one gives a shit. No one fucking cares that I'm not a profitable trader overall yet. Who fucking cares? I will be one day. That's called the fucking journey. Anyway, let's talk about this Fibonacci shit. K-Spec. So I love drawing. You see all this shit here? I love drawing these Fibonaccis. So basically, we're just going to look and see if we could see anything, right? You got what's called a Fibonacci retracement. You could take it from let me delete these, right? Let's delete some because I have them all over my charts. I draw them all the fucking time. You could draw them on the bigger time frames, the smaller time frames. Just know that take all of this with a grain of salt. I am not trying to teach anybody anything. I just want to show some examples of how powerful it could be, especially when you have other factors also working in its favor, also known as confluences. So we could go all the way back to, I got them drawn all over the place. And sometimes it doesn't work, right? Obviously, like any other indicator. But when you have, let's say you have, we'll see some examples as I go through it. Let me just delete all these. I don't know if I need to do the replay thing. I don't know if I really need to replay. Whoops. Use the replay feature. This is the 4-hour chart, so I could go back. What's today? Today's the 18th. I mean, we could just do this whole week. Just this week alone. You could do it on smaller time frames, the bigger time frames. It's just crazy how often it plays out. And I took, I locked in another $200 day on Top Step because of it yesterday, or Wednesday going into Thursday. Excuse me. I got my first day on an Apex account because of it. So it works. It just doesn't always work. But, when stuff is working in your favor, or when you got multiple factors working in its favor, it definitely helps. I just look at it as another reference. So let's look at some examples here. Okay. We could go from this last high. Let's see from the high side down, like for a rejection. Here's the 4-hour chart. We could go just here because let's just say none of this happened yet. Whoops. Let's say none of this happened yet, right? And obviously you guys, like most of you guys don't even give a fuck, but we're all hanging out, so it doesn't matter. And I actually learned about the golden pocket from Brett from Trade Iffy, long before he pivoted to prop firms. When he had his option signals group. So you got the high here. Let's see if anything happened here. The high, here's the low. Let me adjust this a little bit. The golden pocket is between the midline, the midline to the 786. You got the 618, the 707, and remember, like on the bigger time frames, the range is larger, so you have much more margin for error. It might not. So we look what happened here. I'd have to let me go to like the hourly, and this is where did it go? Where we go? Where is it? Here we go. Here's the one I just drew. So on the hourly, it might be easier to find. So look, all right, let me draw this now again. Let me zoom in on this. Let me move is my head in the way? I don't think so. Where's my head? I don't think it's in the way. Let me know if it's in the way. So here's the high. Here's the low. We bounced. We almost hit the 707. You got the upper the VWAP band there, and then we rejected. But that doesn't really tell the whole story because this is a big candle. This is a wick. You know, look at the wick on that candle. Maybe I have to go to the 15-minute chart. Oh, here we go. Now we might have something here. All right. The high, the low. Oh, look what happened. So we're in the golden pocket. We almost hit the 707. And we reject off this pivot point. So it's in the golden pocket. It's almost at the 707. It's over the 618. Then we come down and then we retest. We bounce off the VWAP. We bounce off the VWAP, and then we wick a little bit over the 618, and then the 618 we reject and we drop pretty hard. Obviously, it's not, like I said, it's not perfect. There's times when it's like right on it. It really depends on what else is going on. So that was one example. Let's do another one on a smaller time frame. Jay Clark, what up? I'm not profitable overall, though, Jay Clark. From day one, I'm not profitable. Since I got my first payout, I am profitable. But like, it's like, why even ask? It's like, oh, so you're not? Are you not? It's like, what part of when the fucking jerk off asked the question? I'm like, I said, since day one, no. Since I got my first payout, yes. Well, which is it? What part of that don't you understand? That's what I fucking said. At that point, I knew I got bait into a bullshit conversation with a fucking psychopath. Oh, your head's always in the way? So let's draw another one. Like, and you see me, like, that's the one on a bigger time frame. I'll draw them on a smaller time frame. But let's see. All right. Let's do from here to here and see if there's anything there. From the low to the high. So we pop, we pull back. We're back in the golden pocket. We wick down. This is the 15-minute chart. We wick down. And we bounce. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it's not always. What time of day is this? Is this the morning? What day was that? That was Tuesday. But look what's happening. We came back down into it. We wicked out of. We came down to the bottom of the golden pocket here. We bounced out of it here. This is a big move, right? Yes, 928. It's 200 points. 200 points out of there. And then we came back into it, right? And then we bounced off the 786, which is the bottom of the golden shower pocket. And then that moved what? 883 to 900 to 19,000. There was one. What day was it? Was it Wednesday when the market reopened? We ran like 300 or 400 points after coming off the 618. I'm going to find that one. Actually, it's in my Top Step account. Hold on a sec, because I drew it. I don't think I got rid of it. Hold on. I'm going to log into my Top Step, my Project X account. I'm not saying to use it. I'm just saying maybe use it as a reference. It might help you find something or see something that you otherwise may not have been looking for. Oh, here it is. All right, let me turn this back on. So obviously I don't have it properly configured here. But let me put this on the 5 minute. I actually had it on the 1 minute. That's where I had it. I had it on the 1 minute. Where is it? Ugh. Here it is. So here's where the market reopens, and I'm trying to get another $200 day in on these Top Step accounts. We pop. Oh, did I turn my screen back on? Yeah, my screen's back on. All right, cool. We pop right here. We pull back, and look what we bounced off of, the 618. I'm not like, some guys are trend traders and they need bigger moves or whatever, or they trade smaller. I don't need a huge move. I just need, this was a lot. This was how many points did we bounce off the 618 there? 372. That was like almost 50 points. I just needed a little bit because I'm looking to get my $200 day in. But there it is. And then we came back down and we bounced off the 786. And then from there, yeah, we bounced again. But like if you go over time, look how much more it went up. We ran. We just kept running. And it started with this bounce off the golden shower pocket. I see it all the time. That's all I'm saying is I see it all the time. Let me go back to TradingView. That's why I draw them all the time. Let's look for another one. This was obviously some sort of news. Let me go to like the 4 hour again. Oh, here's one. Let's see. Let's look at this one. These I already had drawn. No, that was the one I just drew. So I had this one drawn, I think, from the last high to this low. What did I have that one there? But I can show you another example. Like, look. Oh, you fucker. All right, so here's the high, here's the low. This time we came up to the midline and rejected off of that. If I draw, I like to do it when it's like really like it's happening, you know? I'll draw one and I'll see it. I'm like, oh shit, look at that. Let's do this one. From this high, from this last high, to this low. So we had this high, we bounced here, and look, here's the 618. We rejected off of it how many times? 1, 2, 3, came back. And what else is going on there? This 618 was, what is that? Is that the London high or the Asia high? What the hell is that? What time is that? I don't even know. Why is it not telling me what that is? Well, it doesn't matter. But we rejected, and then we came here. I think this is when I played this was yesterday when the market was closing. I played this right here in my Apex account, in my brand new PA. I actually got stopped out. But look, let me zoom into this shit. This was a 707. I wonder if I started like, this is the other thing about the fib. You got to keep in mind, like, it doesn't, you could draw it to suit your bias. It really depends on where you started. So You really want to, if you're going to go for a rejection, you want to draw it from the last high to the last low, right? Or if it's the other way around, you go from the low to the high. But like I see them everywhere. Like even if I go from here, this is the last high. This could be potentially the last high, you know? But I don't think it was. I think yesterday I took a picture of it. Where did I drew a picture of it? 618. I love this 618. Let me find this shit. 618. Right here. Let me find that. Let me find that. Ah, you fucker. 618. Right? And then we dropped. 618. Look what happened here. 618 in the upper VWAP band. The VWAP band. It rejected. When did I draw this, though? This was from yesterday. I'm saying, like, I took that picture like, oh, we might reject here. I want to go short. And then I post them all the time in the Discord. And then look, that's what happened. That's what ended up happening. We hit the 618 and then we dropped a ton after that happened. That was yesterday, right? That was right here. Where did I draw that high from, though? I don't remember. I think I had it on a bigger time frame. Let me get rid of this. I think I had it on a bigger time frame, so because of that, I had it like this. So now, the high, the low, and then here's the 618. You got the upper VWAP band. It wicked over it. I actually got stopped out on the first trade, and then it came back. But the body of the candle, look, the body of the candle never went over. Just it wicked over a little bit, and then it finally rejected. How many fucking points? 5, 10. It rejected 180 points. Rock Driller. You learned it from Brett. I hope you didn't. Yo, what up, Ron, with the large pips? Stock Tiger. Yeah, although it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, I do know some things. It's just, you know what it is with me and probably a lot of other people, it's all about execution and just, trusting what you see on the charts. That's the biggest thing. So watch, let's see if anything changes. Let's see if anything changes from the downside, for a bounce. Here's the low, here's the high. Look at that. The low, the high, the 618, you got actually the lower the VWAP band. And I'm sure if you have moving averages on here, you'd probably have some moving averages lining up with it too. And we wick down below it to the 707. But look where these candles are. The 618. The 618 is crazy. The golden pocket is crazy. And that was a nice move right there. Like if you played this, so the problem is if you're playing this with minis and you're in an Apex account, this shit dropped another 30 points. You're fucked. Well, if you play with one mini in an Apex account and you could withstand that, then you should be all right. Because look what ended up happening from there. 363, it went up to 427, went up another 60 points. And there's these moves all day. All day moves like this happen. Here's another, like I could let me erase that. Let me erase this. Obviously, this is when the market was closing and there was no volume, but look. Here's this top right here. Here's this bottom. You can't make the shit up, guys. Look. Just look at this. Look, here's the last high. This is around where that other 618 was. But look, here's the high, here's the low. We dropped 180 points or whatever that was. We bounced, and look where we rejected. You had a 618 here, and then you had a pivot point. So there was more than one thing. I won't just take it blindly unless I'm fucking around with an eval. But if I see shit like this where we got a pivot point, or we have like the VWAP or the upper or lower the VWAP band, or like the top orb or bottom orb and the 618, and then something else on top of that, I'm taking a shot without a doubt. And there's no fucking way I'm not taking a shot. And not even this right here at the end of the day. This was at the very end of the day. Sure enough, it went up that far and came back. It came back how many points? 30 points. It probably would have kept going down. Are you up? What up? When will market come to its normal state? Dude, I don't know, man. What up, Alfred? As long as Stargazer Lily, what's up? As long as Trump is in office, I don't think it'll ever be normal. I did notice this week it was yeah, exactly. I did notice this week that it was kind of back to pre-tariff market conditions, which were crazy. Just remember, everybody's heads were spinning because of the new Trumpian market. Like, it was crazy when he got in. And we were all starting, I don't want to speak for everybody. I'll speak for myself. And there are definitely other people feeling the same way. It was nuts. It took me a while to adjust to Trump being in office. I've never traded in a Trump market before. And then, especially futures. And then I finally started getting a handle on it. And then all of a sudden, this tariff shit started. And then we're getting 200-point candles. We're getting moves in a day. We're having a range in a day that would take a week or 2 weeks or even a month in prior months before Trump got in office. So that was going on for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? You know, you would drop 2,000 points. We were almost hitting the fucking circuit breaker every fucking day. So I feel like this week that just passed was more like before all that started happening. The VWAP. Please leverage your Apex influence to improve my. It's funny, man. Kenny. Yeah, trusting entries. I mean, trusting entries and trusting, like I've seen it enough times to know it still doesn't always work. And you could still get shaken out of a trade if it wicks over it. It really depends on how much volume there is, just what's going on. If Trump is talking or tweeting, like what kind of news drop, it won't care about the news. But I've seen so many times, even with like these crazy news, all this crazy news dropping, it still finds a way to bounce or reject off of some level in the golden pocket. Yo, holy earth, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. What's up, JK? Honest take. Yeah. JC Trades. Yeah, the Asian session has been pretty good lately. But there was like a day or two during the week where I was like, oh my God, this is back to being absolute fucking dog shit, sideways shit. Let's see if I can find some more. Let's go on the daily. See, I got fibs. I got fibs on fibs on fibs. The problem with the dailies, all right, I mean, I can see, I draw these fibs so much I could already see it. But look, here's one. Here's the last high here. Here's the low. Here's the daily. Look, right on the 707. Right on the 707, it rejected. Came back, retested it again, and dropped. Right out of it's out of the golden shower pocket. Is it right now? Just a little bit. Just a tip. But if you zoom in, like the problem with like a daily fib is look at the range between each level. Between the midline and the 618, you got 400 points. Between the 618 and the 707, it's like 300, almost 400 points again. I think each one of these is like 400 points. 340, that's 300 points, 350 a point. Like, it's a big range. The whole entire golden pocket is 540, 18,540 or whatever to 19,676. So you got to keep that in mind on the daily. But it's definitely not a bad place. It's not a good, like, even if you see like, oh, look, we rejected off the 707. We're out of the golden pocket. We may continue dropping. That could just give you that type of indication, maybe give you a little bit more confidence in the direction of the market because of it. So like now, if I draw it from the bottom to the top to look for a potential bounce area, like, well, I mean, look, we bounced off the midline right here perfectly. And then we came back up, and we were testing it. But look, We could drop down. Here's the 618. We could potentially drop down to 17,586 again. It really all depends. If we're looking at the daily, I don't know though. Like nobody knows what's going to happen, but that's what I like to look for on the bigger time frames, just to kind of get an idea. It's hard to trade that shit, especially if you're not like swinging. You can't swing with Apex or Top Step or Take Profit Trader. Hits a happy little fib. That's right, Juan Wick. Mike Coxmall, what up? Listen, even though I say I guess my way, what up, Mike fam? Yeah, I got bored, man. I've been bored. I was like thinking, like, what the fuck am I gonna do tomorrow? Last night, I'm like, I almost thought about streaming last night, but I actually slept. I got some good sleep again. I was like, I'll just stream and like maybe I'll play around with the Fibonacci and just show some examples of how powerful the Fibonacci could be. So I wanted to come on earlier, but whatever. I'm on now. And I'm not staying on too long, but I figured I figured there would be other people who want to hang out. And that's really what I want to do more than anything, is just hang out. We could talk about this. We all know I'm not a fucking guru. I'm no fucking trading guru. But I just see this shit and I act on it, and it works a lot of the time. The Sports Don, what up? Yeah, you could do it. Yeah, you could literally gamble. You could gamble the shit out of Apex evals. You could do whatever you want. Whatever you want. They don't care. Just don't do the same shit on funded accounts. Anna. Corey. Trevor LeConte. I love saying Mike's name. Sonona. Thank you. Checks in the mail. GA, what up? It's great, man. I love the fib. I just won't take it by itself. I don't like to do it. I don't like to take trades if it's hitting those certain spots by itself. Not with a funded account, at least. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back into the small. Let's go to some smaller time frames now. Let me get rid of these. And this is on the NQ. I'm telling you, you'll see it. You'll see it on any instrument. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you the NQ right now. Let's just clean all these out. And then when you're doing it enough times, you'll start seeing it everywhere. You'll start noticing. You don't even have to draw it a lot of times. You don't even have to draw it a lot of times. That's the crazy part. Let's that was today. That was yesterday. Let's do oh, here's another. I mean, I see it already. I already see it. Watch this. Here's the high. This is the London high from what? Thursday morning. The London high. And I don't care what happened. I don't care what happened. Here we go. Like, I don't care what news was dropped. We had unemployment claims. We had some other shit. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So here's the high. Here's the low. Look. I mean, this was right here was what? This was that was a crazy candle. I remember that candle. I think I was up for that shit. That was a crazy candle. But the wick. All right. So then we came up. Look where we rejected. Forget about this. There was news. Something happened there. But look, we came up. Here's the 707. Here's the 707. And this is the shit you got to be careful of, because like a tweet, Trump tweets that I think, was this when he tweeted that he had a very productive call with the Mexican president who's only half Mexican. Oh, man. Where's Josh? Where's Josh? One up. Higher time frame, open, high, low, close by inside and up. Nah, the prop firms won't, but you could do the replay on TradingView. Yeah, this was when Trump posted on Truth Social that he had a very productive call. I think that's what that was. He had a very productive call with the Mexican president. And it went from 18,514 to 18,623. And like literally like a split second. It happened in like 2 seconds. We're all like, what the fuck? You know, the usual. Like, what the fuck just happened? Then it came back, and then it was back to regular trading. So here we are at the 707. We came up to the 707, and we rejected. But look, we wicked to the 707. Look at where the bodies are, right at the 618. The bodies are at the 618. And we rejected how many fucking points? We dropped here, came and retested the golden pocket. But from here, let's just say from the body, from the 618, 578 all the way down to 259. 300 plus points in how much time? 8:35 in 2 hours. That's a lot. Even if you just wanted to catch this move real quick before it starts coming back up. Even from the, so if you go from the wick, right, where it almost touches the 707, 593 down to 262. It's a big move. Huge move. It was huge. Here's another high. Let's do another one. Here's another high to the low. I'm on the 5-minute chart right now. I could obviously go to the 15-minute, but look. Here's a high to the low. And this is for rejections. We look what was, you had the 786 right here, which is at the very top of the golden shower pocket. And what's there? We got a pivot point. The VWAP is right there almost. But look what we rejected. A little bit over the 707. But you also had, well, oh, the top orb. Look, we wicked over the top orb. We rejected off the top orb, which is between the 618 and the 707 in the golden pocket. And we dropped. Came back in. Same thing happened. Came back. Dropped again. Came back. It happened like so many opportunities to take trades. What else could I draw? What else could I draw here? Let's see here. From this low to this high. I mean, this is not a great example. Look at the size of these candles. But let me do a 15-minute chart. No, this is fine. Whatever. There's always going to be moves in the golden pocket. Not always, but a lot of times you're going to see moves. This was actually when the market was open. What was this? 12 o'clock? I don't know. That's not the greatest example. This shit was moving around a lot. But if I expand this, right? If I expand this, and that you could also do that. You could expand it if you want, right? Because the market, the market changed. Now we have, you still have this high, right? You still have this high. You have the low, and look what happened. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is where I took that short. I wish I held it longer, or I had an account where I could hold it for a long time, like a Top Step account, although I didn't want to mess with them anymore. But that was that drop that we went down 180 points right off the 618 right here. We wicked up a little bit higher. I actually had some other levels that I drew, and look, we wicked up to one of those levels and rejected off of it. That was some other shit that I was drawing during the whip stream. Yeah, it's JC trades. Like every other candle, you'd go up 200 points in a 1-minute candle and then come back 200 points. It's nuts. Smash the like button for Trevor LeConte. So, I don't know. I figured I'd share that with you. Let me go back. Like, it's hard to do during the tariff time, but if I do, I mean, I could show this on the daily. Watch this. I see it already. I see a golden shower pocket bounce. Here's a low to the high. This was from what, like January? And obviously this doesn't really help us all that much in terms of prop firm traders, but if you look what happened. We bounced off. We came down to this pivot point, but we bounced like We're basically right at the 618. We didn't quite get to the 707. We bounced out of the golden pocket and we just popped. Look at that. You know, we ran all the way up here. Let's see. Here's another one. This is for a rejection, for a pullback. 707. High, low, came back to the 707, went dropped. How many points did that drop? Almost like 1,700 points, 1,600 points. So it works in all the time frames too. You just got to be careful in the bigger time frames, obviously, because there's more of a range. Probably might be better for like a personal account that you don't mind holding a trade longer and swinging. Or if you're trading options or some shit. Let me go back to the 15. Friday, what? Oh, April 11th. I mean, I could see it here too. Let me go to the hourly maybe. Oh, did I lose a spot? Did I lose the spot? This is like a fifth. This is like a mid. Trying to think. Let's see. High, low, just inside the golden pocket. And right as you got into the golden pocket, you had these pivot points. You had a previous day high or low. I don't know which one it was, and it rejected. It's not perfect, obviously, but it's definitely a good reference. If you put it on there, if you start drawing them, you'll start noticing things. And that's like with anything. What else could I find here? I don't like necessarily doing it on the minute. Although I did draw it on the minute on the Top Step account, and that's how I was able to secure another $200 day across what, 3 accounts or 4 accounts? I don't remember which accounts I traded in that spot. Wish I held it longer. K-Spec. You're getting closer, bro. Just know that. Jamila. She's here. Thursday, April 17th. It's tough on the 1-minute chart. Here's a 5-minute one. Let's see what happens here. This is probably like a midline. I don't like that because I mean, yeah, I don't know. We went sideways and then it finally worked its way up. What date? Last week was kind of, this week that was kind of, it was good, but it wasn't great. A lot of sideways action during the day too. All right, let's see. I think I see something. High, low. Let's zoom in on this bad boy. I think I drew this one already, but look. High, low. We came back into the golden pocket. Rejected off the 707. Rejected off the 786. Came back in again. Rejected off the 786 one last time and fucking dumped. But just got to be careful because sometimes it'll blow right through it, just like anything. You can't just take it all. You got to take everything with a grain of salt. But I'm just looking and seeing like the shit just keeps, it happens all the time. Every day, throughout the day. Bigger time frames, smaller time frames. Just be careful. That's all. So Oh, you guys ready? You guys ready? You guys ready for the algo, the big dildo candle? Am I logged into my Apex account? Let's see. Hold on, guys. How much time is left? 13 seconds. You guys ready? Corey, let's go. Which way we going? Up or down? Coach Canute, TJP, what up? What up, Spartan Nick? They close your test account for breaking a rule. What rule? Did you have a trade open until the close? Ah, nothing happened. What? Big nothing burger, guys. Big nothing burger. Hit it. Marcin, get the fuck down there. Feel me. Nick, I've never heard that before, man. Wow, this move, nothing's happening. It didn't even move at all. I would hit up support and just be like, what rule? It's a test account. What did I do? I've never heard that before. That's crazy. It sucks because I wanted to drop my fucking take profit trader link in there. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what happened. Let me know how that plays out. That's weird. Not that I have any pull there. What there are no rules. The only rule that they have on test accounts is if you hold the account, if you keep a trade open into the close, then it's an automatic breach of the account. They're not the only ones who have that rule. But Take Profit Trader is 30% off with no activation fee. Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. Oh, you think maybe Tradeovate was glitching out or something? And then they say, well, I can't, it's out of our control because it's in Tradeovate. I've seen that with a lot of prop firms. Take Profit Trader is still doing their 30% off deal with no activation fee, especially when you use the best code ZERODAYJAY. What else is going on? 80% off Apex. They did raise the price of the lifetime activation fee, which is weird, but I don't go for the only way I go for the lifetime activation fee because of my propensities as a trader is when it's less than the monthly fee. I go with the lower because even if it's a monthly fee, I see the way I figure it with Apex is if I still have the account in 30 days and I'm going to get pinged for another $105 in Tradeovate's case or $85 in Wealth Chart's case, that means I got at least one payout. But they're 80% off when you use the best code ZERODAYJ. Oh, what? And Take Profit Trader? Let's see. I mean, they might be testing some shit out. The support bot, let's see. No, it's not there. They maybe took it offline for the day or something. I don't know. Maybe they're fucking with shit. So how do you even get help? I don't see it. I do not see it. That's interesting. You could go to the knowledge base. You know how else you could get help? You could go to the knowledge base, which is this link. They can't hide from us forever. Watch. I'll show you. Oh, where did I lose the chat? Where's the chat? Fuck. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you could, that's the other thing. But look, you go to the knowledge base. Let me go to the let me click on this. I'm surprised this many people came on. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out. So you go to Zendesk. Whoops. Amateur hour right there. You see this is sign in right here. You have an account. If you've ever reached out to support, you have an account. You just got to do a forgot password. Do a forgot password and you'll get the password to your Zendesk. What up, Complex? The links, Alfred. I got to keep. Did they say anything about that? You might have clicked on, let me double check that. I'm going to double check that. No, it's still 30% off. Now I can tell I'm going to go to their default. I'm going to go to their default thing. I'm going to go on. Where's fucking Chrome? Chrome, new incognito window, take profit trader. 30% off for life, never pay an activation fee. Using the best code ZERODAYJAY, but it's right here. This promo is still going. You might have clicked on somebody's old affiliate link or something and they never updated it. Because you could change that around. I could change the wording in that myself on my end. Let me see something else here. Yeah, they took the chat bots offline. They must be doing something with it. They might be having problems with it, right? I don't know. They might be working on it. But here's the back door. You go to the Zendesk, which I dropped the link in the chat for, and you hit sign in, which is their knowledge base. Their knowledge base is on Zendesk. So you go to sign in and you do a forgot password with the email address that you have an account with. And you should be able to reset the password and get in there and see all your tickets, which is every fucking conversation you started becomes a ticket, which is also part of the reason why they're so backed up. Because if people don't hear from them right away, they reach out to the chat again, and if they have to put their name and email address because they hear it from the bot and then if it gets transferred to a real person, it just starts a whole nother ticket. So let's look at gold. Let's see if there's any opportunity. Look, I drew this. That's the hourly. Gold is crazy. Gold is absolutely fucking insane. Let's draw here's the daily chart on gold. I didn't finish dropping the lengths either, but I will in a second. Let's just look. I see one. Look at that. So this was that last all-time high we hit, 3,200. Look where we bounced. Look where we fucking bounced. Yeah, this candle dropped a little bit below the 618, but look. Right there. This is the daily chart. Look at that bounce off the 618. And then we rocket shipped all the way up. We took a blue origin fake rocket ship all the way up to 3,370 from there. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's gold. Nice, Ron. What up, Clover? Great job, Ron. I just had a bunch of fucking. Is it still here? Am I still? I was logged in before. I had like five or six accounts get rebuild in my funded future. So I'll be trading those this week coming up. See if I can pass 3 of them. They're all starter accounts that got rebuild. I posted it in here. Hold on, let me find it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 my funded futures 50K starter evals that I get to fuck with. I will obviously be trying to pass at least 3 of them. So that's where I'm at with them. Great job though, Ron. Fuck yeah. Put 8, yeah, Newts. Put free accounts for everyone. David Schneider, what up? So what else is going on in this deal? My fund, the futures, is still doing 40% off those eval live accounts. Some people actually like them, like Jamila. Jamila loves them. 40% off the eval to lives, and then 5% off of everything else, including at least resets. Most resets, apparently not old school milestone resets, but anything that you can still trade to this day. When you use the best code ZERODAYJAY, trade day is still 40% off any type of account. You could get a 75K intraday account from trade day for $75. A 50K, I'm sorry. A 50K trade day intraday account for as low for $75. That's pretty good. That's good for trade day. And then bulenox is 83% off option 1. I think it's like 25Ks or bigger. The only account worth getting is the 50K. That's all the deals that I have access to from prop firms I trade with. Best code ZERODAYJ. If you want to support the channel, of course, in addition to being here, which is awesome, and I appreciate you guys. Take Profit Trader, Apex, My Funded Futures, bulenox, and Trade Day. So that's that. Oh, market's closed, guys. Total, this market completely did nothing today. Absolutely nothing. I'm annoyed about this too. Why is this still in here? This fucking account. That was like 150 plus fucking evals ago. I am loving these four though. These have 5 days in. You know what's annoying too? I have obviously I still have to get the job done, but I have, since I got paid on these three, and then I passed this one when last time I was on Top Step TV. These all have 2 trading days in with $200 or more. Today could have been day 3. And then Monday could have been day 4. And then Tuesday could have been day 5. And I'm going to be back on Top Step TV on Tuesday. I would have loved to have been back on there and be like, especially with all the fucking haters, be like, yep, just got another payout on 4 accounts. But I won't be able to say that, unfortunately. Did I reset 414? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. I did that. I did that actually while I was streaming, and I blew the account in one trade. Yeah, we all did good. Hey, guys, great job not overtrading today, guys. Great job. Complex. You guys did great today. I'm really happy for all of you. I'm proud of you guys for not fucking, just going too hard and heavy when you were trading. Way to not blow any accounts today, guys. I didn't blow any accounts today. I'm very proud of that. So if you guys, anybody that's not in the Discord, if you want to hang out in the Discord with the DCA gang, the DGen fam, the best community on these prop firm streets, it's so good that other people who have their own Discords come and hang out in our Discord. It's ours. It's got my name on it, but really it's everybody's. Oh, Nick, Nick. That's some weird shit, bro. I don't know. That's some weird anomaly that happened. Ron, I wonder if My Fund the Future is going to say that you exploited a loophole in the NQ, like fucking Fiddy ass did, and try not to pay you. Oh wait, you probably got your money already. Hey, Ron, you got paid, bro. That's all that matters. Of course you got paid, bro. Of course you got paid. Because they're not fucking scumbags like Fiddy ass. What up, MB? Thank you. Same to you. Alex Rifkin, what's good? And that doesn't count though, Alex. That doesn't count. Is crypto even moving at all? Let me take a little peek. Not really. Yeah, it's barely doing anything. Unless you want to fuck with shit coins on Deck Screener. What's going on Deck Screener? What's moving? Oh, Wizards up 29K. 29,000%. What's this on? It's on Solana. 2.2 million market cap. This thing like literally, what is this shit? Let's just go to Deck Screener as a whole. Bitcoin printer. Ethereum printer. Speedrun. A Genius. Well, they're all on Solana. All the good ones, apparently. And this is a part of the reason why Solana fucking pumped, or why Solana's up so much, because of shit like this. There's so many people buying and selling Solana to get into these shit coins, these pump and dump shit coins. Speedrun, what's this shit? Look, this thing just launched. Already 5 million market cap. People are already getting fucking rugged. I wonder how many idiots fucking bought up here. How is Trump coin doing? Let me load up TradingView. They're actually like, there's like a criminal investigation for someone manipulating that coin. Pretty much been going sideways. It's at, talk about this shit. That was a, man, if anybody shorted this with leverage, holy fuck, I wish I did. Imagine shorting this from like, forget about from here. Imagine shorting this thing from like 30 or 40 bucks with like 25x leverage and you're at $7. Fucking crazy. Yeah, Eddie, manipulation, no way. What up, Corey? Yeah, they should call it Alex Riffin. They should call it speed rugging. Nice complex. Vinny Lee. Slap a fib on this fucking thing. Yeah, could you imagine? Let's see. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Nah, not quite. Not on the daily. Some shit it just doesn't apply to. Especially a lot of crypto. I'm sure if I could do it, I could do it with Bitcoin on a bigger time frame. Here's a high, here's a low. Wow, look at that. 618, pivot point, came back, dropped. Let's find another one. This is on the daily, obviously. Let's do the weekly. Let's do the weekly. It's hard with fucking crypto. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could do it here. Like, you know, it's just, crypto's a completely different animal. But look, from this low to this high, look where we bounced off of. Right just above the 618. And then we bounced pretty hard from what, 28,000 to what, 68,000? It's a big bounce. It's just tough with Bitcoin. Like, there's so many other factors riding on Bitcoin Melania coin. Oh my God. Melania coin dropped so fucking hard. Is it even $1 anymore? I don't even think it's $1. That shit went up as high as like 14 bucks. 13, 14 bucks. Did it go up that high? Did it go up as high as 45 bucks? I don't remember that shit. What is it now? It's 39 cents. It's 39 fucking cents. That's the daily chart. Yo, imagine some poor fucking idiot bought this thing at 44 bucks. Or even $10. Yeah, Melania coin. I don't think it's going to go up as high as Trump coin, you know, but maybe it goes up to 25 bucks, they were thinking. It's fucking 39 cents. Oh, Marcin, yeah, it's been really fucking slow today, bro. Oh, Dane, what up? Then go buy that shit, bro. I don't know what accounts are the best with Trade Iffy. I don't trade with them. Chef Trades, what up? I don't trade with them. Yo, Corey. You got to figure out if fucking Spark, is it called, what is it called? Spark or Spark? What's that fucking shit you do called? You got to figure out if you're still here. Corey, you still here? Yo, Eddie, they did that shit. They did that shit on purpose. The Trump coin and the Melania coin to get people talking about insider trading and manipulating the markets and shit. Because what they're going to do is if they open an investigation, that means everybody's going to be investigated. It's fucking brilliant. Coach Singh, what up? Corey bounced. I think he bounced. Vinny Lee, yeah, not with this shit. I wonder at some point if this is going to bounce. It's just like any other shit coin. Sonona. Maybe they learned that from Elon. You can't, though. You can't wash your money with crypto. Unless you leave it there. You can't do anything with it. As soon as you bring it back into like a fucking Coinbase or a Gemini or whatever, and you want to put it back in your bank account, that's when, you know, that's where it becomes, that's when you're fucking, there's no hiding it. What up, Michael Giannis? Also, crypto, the way I see crypto, because we all know it wasn't made by Satoshi Nakamoto, aka Central Intelligence. I just look at crypto as just a way to completely enslave us all. If we ever just go full-blown crypto, you think we're fucked now? With all the smart contracts and shit? Talk about social credit score being fucking implemented. Yeah, I wonder how many pieces of art fucking Hunter Biden sold with crypto. Mr. Fafo. There's no fucking way this shit got created by some random fucking dude. It was created by government agents, by the government. If it wasn't created by the government entirely, it was created by the central banks. They own everything. They wouldn't let this shit just take hold. It wasn't for the people. None of this shit's ever for the people. Look at OM one up. Wow, this turned into a fucking crypto symposium. OM mantra. There's so many of them. Is this it? Oh my God. This shit went from 6. Imagine shorting this piece of shit. Roger. Bingo. Can't pinpoint exactly who. Not allowed to talk about it. Oh, man. Not allowed to talk about it, guys. Can't talk about it. Michael Giannos is going to lose respect for me. I lost respect for you, Jay. It doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't mean you can't make money exploiting it. Just see it for what it is. It's okay. What do you think the Federal Reserve is? You think that's for us? They're about as Federal Express. It's a private fucking entity playing fucking God and fucking with us. Making the dollar worth less and less and less and less with each passing fucking day. But anyway. Anywho. Let's see if we could do hold on. Let's see if we could draw some Fibonacci's with lean hogs. Let's see if we could draw some Fibonacci's with lean hogs, guys. I don't know. I mean, it kind of goes sideways. It goes sideways and then it gapped up. Why did it gap up here? Did the contracts roll over or something? That's not a good example. What about HO? H to the ISO. This is another one that moves fucking crazy. Don't go into HO during the spread on HO is crazy. Like you go in with a mini on HO, you'll be down like hundreds of dollars instantly. Yeah, dude. Mr. Fafo, in the beginning when I was just fucking around and doing a lot of Fafoing, I messed with HO so much. Because like it would move like look at this move. That's a lot. That's a huge move for HO. So my daughter's home from work. All right, I found one. Here's an interesting one. Let's see. High, low. Oh my God, look at that. High, low, 618, dump. Look at that shit. Look, there it is. There it is. Look at that fucking dump. Just lean hogs, Michael, unfortunately. What about Michael Giannos? You ever trade sweat hogs? Oh my God. Anyway, guys. Yeah, don't mark it into fucking HO, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean it already played out though. It already played out. So it already happened. You know, but like maybe here from this high to this low. Where's the low on this thing? Let me find it. All right. Look, we came back into the gold. We literally rejected right off the midline of the golden pocket and dropped. And now I mean, maybe you go up, that's a long ways from here. That's a lot. That's 8 cents, but that's a lot for this particular instrument. 8 cents is 4%, basically. Think about it. 4% is a ton. But let's say it comes up. I would look around here. Make sure there's other factors lining up with it, like the VWAP or the VWAP or like a top orb or a bottom orb or a pivot point or something. Multiple things, moving averages before you say I'm going to take a shot there. You know, at any of these levels in the golden pocket. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce. I'm so annoyed that today wasn't a trading day. But at least we got to hang out for a little bit. Thanks to everyone who came on. Thanks to Holy Earth for hitting the super chat. We got 666 views right now. I need someone else to come on, please. Total view 666. I don't like that, especially on Easter Sunday, right? But yeah, guys, way to not blow any accounts, guys. Yes. There we go, 667. Thank you. Who was it? Tony Gold, what up? Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. I hope you guys benefited from that in some way, shape, or form. If not, I'm sorry. At least we all got to hang out. But I will be back on Sunday night sometime during London. And I don't know what time. And then obviously for Power Hour, 2 and through close, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Monday. I'm on Top Step TV at 11 a.m. on Tuesday. 11 a.m. on Tuesday morning, Eastern time. And then, but usually every day I'll be on for Power Hour. I might be doing some longer streams Thursday and Friday because my family's taking a trip and I'm sticking around with the dogs. So I'm going to have the house all to myself. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Happy holiday. Happy Easter, all that shit. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.